Hey everybody, and welcome back to Pokemon Legends Arceus. My name is Pokey. I apologize for the noises as I am sick still, but in the last episode, we made our way up to our first, I about said totem Pokemon, Alpha Pokemon, being led by Mai here. This episode, we're going to hopefully take it on. I actually haven't seen what level this is, so let's see how much of a pain this is going to be. I guess we have to fight it. Alright, go Rowlet. Press Y during the speed to check the action order of the Pokemon currently battling. This shows the order in which Pokemon are upcoming turn is based on their action speed. The action speed is based on the Pokemon's speed stat, but it is also affected by certain moves and items. Pokemon with high action speed may be able to act multiple times in a row. Rikatu filed with might. Used Aerial Ace. Ooh! So if we look here, right now it's going to be all or all. We should probably strong style this. We're going to Leafage. Not very effective. I always get messed up with the type matchups here. Rowlet, you're never gonna level up. Shank, let's go. Alright. Let's use Bite to see if we can get a flinch going. Maybe it would actually catch it here. No, it escaped. Poor Shanks. Go Bidoof. I want to catch it. Please. Ah, escaped. Bidoof's chilling. Oh, Bidoof's is dead. Shoot. Alright. Let's go Starly. Quick attack it. Now that it's down to that red, maybe now we can catch it. Fingers crossed. Nah. And it's gonna take that Starly to the ground right now. Last try, and then we're gonna have to take it out with whatever Pokemon's next. Nope, gotta take it out. Man, I would really like to catch it. Ponyta, go. Oh, I still want to catch it. Come on, let me have it. You're so low. Just stay in the ball. Come on. Ponyta, come on. Ugh. Eevee, you gotta kill it. Level up at least. And move mastered. You really are an impressive one, aren't you? Seeing someone best of alpha like that really reminds me of the legendary hero of old. You'd best make sure your Pokemon are taken care of after facing against such a foe. Yeah, thanks for that. What in the world? It's the great Wyrodeer. He looks upon you with kindness, Pokey. I'd say the great Wyrodeer has taken a liking to you. That is fortunate. He's an esteemed Pokemon that can dash across the expanses of Hisui while bearing a human on his back. A human he deems worthy, at least. He's a blessing to us all. Remarkable, truly outstanding stuff. Pokemon letting someone ride on it. It's like the ride Pokemon of Alola. Professor Leviton, Pokey. Captain Silene sent me. He said that once Pokey carried out this request, we'd be able to set up a base camp. Ah, about that. I know this is a joint decision by Adamant and the commander, but is it truly fine for us to set up more base camps like this? The Hisui region is a land created by the mighty Sinnoh for the sake of its Pokemon. As long as your goal is to coexist and thrive together with the Pokemon, then I imagine you should be allowed to use this land. The great Wyrodeer has taken a liking to Pokey as well. This is a good sign. You may have my thanks for what you did today. Our clan leader will hear of how you aided us. I'll come show my appreciation with a proper reward as soon as I can. Request from Mai complete. We want to coexist and thrive with Pokemon. We need to stop fearing them and start getting to know them better. That starts with completing the Pokedex. Anyway, we should be able to have that base camp set up once the construction corpse arrives. I'm out of drink. I will need to get that in a minute. Here we have it. Our new base camp upon Deer Track Heights. I call it the Heights Camp. From now on, you'll be able to, whenever you set out from the village, you can ask to be escorted to this base camp to start your excursion directly from here. Having another base camp to start with will be great to help on our surveys. Nice work today, everyone. Let's say we head back to the Wallflower. Got an okay catch in. Owlet. Jinx. And some stuff for Weasel. Research tasks 18, species with new completed entries 2, total points 450. Benny, old chum, the usual potato mochi, please, and make it for 3 today as well. Y'all heard the grave news? That frenzied Kevlar from the rumors. It ended up mauling some of our galaxy folks who went out to investigate this morning. Medical corpses had a hard time getting all the injured back on their feet. This Kevlar reportedly struck by the powerful lightning, yes? I hear he's been behaving most erratically since then. Still, if further investigation is in order, the Survey Corps will, of course, step up to the tasks. A certain amount of danger is inevitable when researching unfamiliar Pokemon, but I'm sure Pokey here can handle things just fine. You certain? I heard Kevlar is so mighty, even alpha Pokemon don't compare to him. Now, you forget that the strengths of Pokemon are key information for the Survey Corps duty bound to research. And since the perilous works of ours calls for a clear head and fighting fit physique, I do believe a good night's sleep is in order after this fine meal. Nom nom nom. I'm trying so hard not to sniffle into the microphone, but I can tell it's coming through. The next day. Morning, Pokey. You should head to the commander's office before he decides to use you for sumo practice. Alright. Let's go in. Plenty of time? What's in the... Ah, this is for storing items. Because we've got a limited amount of storage here. I'd say we're still okay, though. There you are. Let's hurry to headquarters. Look, who's being punctual? Finally realized that you're wasting Almighty Sinnoh's precious time by bowing to a sham. There you go again, insisting on your false image of the Almighty Sinnoh as a ruler of time. My few people follow the true Almighty Sinnoh, the font of all creation and the ruler of space. Ha! You could still have space there is and still not know what to do with it. Excuse me, are you really suggesting that you make better use of your time than we make of the vast history space? Better than some. It's a miracle you showed up on time, almighty leader of the Pearl Clan. I was worried you'd get lost in the pointlessly vast space you're so fond of and never show up. Me? Get lost? The Almighty Sinnoh's great gift to the Pearl Clan and our world's very basis? You wish. Wish I hadn't let myself get dragged into arguing with you. Almighty Sinnoh, forgive me for what a waste of time. I'm off to Commander Kamado's office. I believe it was you who started this. You can feel the tension when those two show up. You haven't met them, have you? The woman of the reverence is Irida, leader of the Pearl Clan. One who was on and on about time, Adaman, leads on the Diamond Clan. Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan are grudgingly coexist at the moment. Apparently things used to be less peaceful. With the boss, I mean Commander, is waiting. We should save this conversation for after you report for him. Let's go on ahead. Hope you don't mind, but after we enter, I'm going to take a brief pause to grab a drink. Give me one sec, guys. Alright, we are back. Sorry, I went ahead and grabbed some tea real quick. Upstairs. A lot of requests. We are supposed to go up top, right? Yeah. I apologize for this noise, but... What have you intended to do about Kevlar, Commander? He may be descended from a warrior of Almighty Sinnoh, but look at the mess he's causing. You can't sit back and let him rage on. You get right to the point, Adaman. Time wasted is lost. Well, tell me, what would you have us do? Kevlar's precious Lord of the Pearl Clan, is he not? It's not the point. My clan can't intervene directly where the Lord of the Pearl Clan's concerned. My people were to do something, our two clans might end up back at each other's throats just like we used to be. But even the folk of Galaxy Team have gotten wounded, have they? Seems someone got to do something here. Who then? Would the Diamond Clan have the Pearl Clan being one of its own honored nobles? I don't believe I said that. Thought it, maybe. Might as well have said it, you fool. Look, we don't even know what drove the Lord Kevlar to such a violent frenzy. I'd like to know that myself. This is as far as my clan knows, too. I see you have arrived. This is Pokey, newest member of our survey corps. Aha! I hear from you earned White Deer's favor. Good to finally meet you, stranger for the rift. I am Adaman, leader of the Diamond Clan, if you would want to be formal. That's a mouthful. Just call me Adaman. Have you come from beyond the space-time rift? Could you be from the space where the Almighty Sinnoh is said to reside? I am Irida, leader of the Pearl Clan. Caution and foresight are my watchwords. Which is why I have trouble believing such a tale. Could you really pass through that rift? I have a proposition. Why not send this one to study Kevlar for deciding what must be done? You send a stranger who supposedly fell from the rift to study Kevlar? I think it's actually Cleavor. This newcomer with no experience? Says the leader with almost no experience. Being a leader isn't a matter of time. It's a matter of embracing history's vastness without fear. Well then, there you have it. If how new you are doesn't matter, then let's give this kid his chance. I'm sold, Commander. Let's try this your way. This should be fun. I'm going to see how good you galaxy folk really are, with all your weird ways. Putting Pokemon in their strange balls and what have you. That whole practice bothers me. The almighty Sinnoh made history so vast that Pokemon could live freely throughout. We're meant to stand alongside Pokemon, not count ourselves above them. We do not use balls to desire to control our Pokemon, only so that we can live together. Allow us to show you what we can do. This is your mission now, Pokey. I urge you to study Cleaver and help us find the truth of this situation. I accept. Remember that you are a stranger who appeared one day out of the very sky above us. People are naturally suspicious of your presence here. If you wish to be fully accepted and trusted, you must work hard. Work yourself to the very bone. Frenzy of the Lord of the Woods. Well, that's settled. There's no time like the present. Lord of the Woods Cleaver is descended from the Pokemon that was blessed with the almighty Sinnoh's own power. No other Pokemon you've yet encountered can be compared to his strength. Be warned. Listen to me. The Galaxy Expedition team has come to the Hisui region as a group of outsiders. Some might even call us interlopers. We mustn't do anything that threatens our relations with the Diamond and Pearl clans, understand? Join me downstairs, Pokey. We'll cover the details of this new mission. I guess down we go. I'm gonna pick up these quests real quick. Oh, splendid. You came in along at a good time. Looking for a pickling stone, you see. Would you mind lending me a hand? Is he the right size to fit atop my pickle pots and heavy enough to put a nice firm pressure on the pickles I'm fermenting? I suppose it's hard for me to lift such a heavy thing in one pot. The best thing would be for a stone to lift itself up, actually. Oh, rather good idea. There's a Pokemon called Geodude that lives in the Deer Track Heights. That would be perfect for the job. Could you catch one and bring it back for me? I think we've actually already got one we could hand you. We've got 3, in fact. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Okay. It's like I had it ready for you. Where'd you go? Okay, seriously. Where did they go? I was ready to bring you Geodude, but okay. Gonna poof off like that? I walked in from the side. Ah! Good, you're already here. Master Leviton, the briefing, if you please. Yes, let's get right to it. So, Pokey, I understand you've been requested to find out the cause of Cleaver's frenzied state. And as you are aware by now, Cleaver's a mighty thing, nigh invincible even. Security Corps tried throwing Pokeballs at Cleaver when they were attacked, but I'm afraid they didn't even come close to catching him. It seems he's far trickier opponent than those aggressive species Pokemon that cannot be caught outside of battle once they're riled. I'd like to be perfectly clear on this point. This mission will put you in extreme danger. Do you believe you can handle it? Yeah. Very well, then let us go over the particulars. The Diamond and Pearl clans revere their nobles because they believe these Pokemon serve their almighty Sinnoh. They leave offerings to express their gratitude to these Pokemon at locations they call the noble seats. So perhaps a good starting point for our research could be finding out what sort of offerings they usually leave for this cleaver. Pokey, we need to speak with you. Listen, that rift in space-time seems like it connects to this world to a whole nother world. That world might be where the Almighty Sinnoh itself resides. The true Almighty Sinnoh, that is. The one that rules over time. So if you fell for that time space rift, that means you traveled through time by Almighty Sinnoh's own power. Think of it, you must have been swimming in its divine might. I've got a favor to ask of you, Almighty Time Traveler. Don't just study Cleaver, Quilla's Frenzy. Well, you certainly caught us at a good time, young Ataman. We were just discussing our next steps in regards to this whole Cleaver situation. Oh, you must be that Galaxy Team scholar I've heard about. Good to meet you, Mr. Professor. Share some knowledge with me sometime. I would love to do voices for these people, but man, does it hurt to try to do that right now. Now, let me elaborate a little. These Pearl Clan types have a lot of respect for their Cleaver. You heard his title, Lord of the Woods. I'm sure they'll rather get this under control too, but it's hard to get them to come out and ask those Galaxy Team people involved for help. And the truth is, we in the Diamond Clan have similar problems on our hands. A Pokemon dear to us, often in the mountains, has fallen into the same type of frenzy as Cleaver. Now, there's certainly bad blood between us and the Pearl Clan, but still, we've got to share his Sui, and that means we ought to tackle our problems together. But there aren't many capable of standing up to such powerful Pokemon. You're the best hope we've got. You'll find Cleaver at the Grand Tree Arena. It's in the very heart of the Heartwood. His warden is a boy called Leon. Leon is a brilliant child, but also a bit, well, sometimes brilliance can be blinding, you know? He'll tell you about his beloved Cleaver, whether you wish him to or not. Anyway, I'm sure you're up to the challenge, so we'll be counting on you. See you later. Sorry. He certainly left quickly once he'd finished talking. Suppose he really values his time. Adaman and Mai weren't wrong, you know. If you were to study and perhaps even quell the Cleaver, you'd best start by visiting his abode. Our new Heights camp should be a handy place for setting out towards the Grand Tree Arena. And if you want to stop by the pastures too, want to choose best Pokemon to bring. I want to give that girl her freaking Geodude. Where'd she go? Shows the plus button does nothing in this. Third floor is only him. Yeah, she's just not here. How odd. You ask for something of me and then poof. This is pretty cool, by the way. We'll check that board in a minute. Go to sleep. Finding yourself unable to pick up the materials you come across? Satchels always seem full. Sounds like you. Be best to lend me an ear for a moment and hear what I have to say. Okay. You can carry around even more in that satchel of yours. You've learned the trick to packing things in. I'll teach you if you like. What do you say? Well, your initiative. My teaching fee is a neat $100. Perfect. Let me lead your ear for a moment. You made space to keep one more kind of item in your satchel. That's their toilet. We'll see how much more you could fit in by packing things rightly. Rightly. You want to be able to carry even more things. There's more I could teach you. What do you say? Basically, you can talk to this guy at any point to increase the amount of items you can carry with you. There's times when even a single extra item can mean the difference between life and death, you know. I know very well. With that, though, we've been given our mission to go quell the almighty Cleaver. Next time on Pokemon Legends Arceus, we'll be trying to head out in that direction. Most likely just using that to gather and train up some Pokemon before we head out for Cleaver. See you guys then.